stressed on that one.
Can I fire a few questions at you? Somebody was on to us today. They placed €100,000 in an Evergreen Fund with New Ireland in 2007. I found out that the value has dropped considerably, and I'm wondering what, in your opinion, is in regards to the fund, and what it was an Evergreen Fund.
Well, an Evergreen Fund was actually quite popular. It was launched by New Ireland some years ago, and basically it's a fund that has a mix of shares and corporate bonds and fixed interest. Is quite a typical type of fund. I don't know whether this particular individual has a capital guarantee on that fund, because there are two versions of it launched, one without a capital guarantee and another one with it. If he has a capital guarantee, he waits till the maturity date and he knows he's going to at least get his money back. But if he hasn't, it would have taken, like a lot of these funds, quite a hit over the last 5 years, and it may be better to just sit tight for the moment, but then he needs to keep a close eye on the values.
Okay, I have a small business and the bank are renewing a loan facility that I have. They're going to increase the interest rate, this caller said, on this loan by 2.5% per annum. I feel that I'm being victimised, and I'm wondering, are there others out there who are having similar problems? Have you come across this?
Yeah, it's become quite frequent, and I'm supposed to reassure that person. I just say, no, you're not being victimised, so it's not personal to you. It's personal in the sense it's going to cost you. Because the bank are going to increase the interest rate.
Well, it depends on how high the loan is too.
Well, it does, of course, and I mean, obviously in this climate, any increase in the rate is going to be painful. Basically what's happening, Keith, is that all of the banks are looking at their accounts, they're looking at their loans, and they're looking to see where they can squeeze as much revenue out of every single customer. And on the lending side, where they can review, our loans come up for annual review or possibly every few years, and this possibly might be a business loan, they're changing the terms, and they're entitled to do that and looking to increase the margin of income that they're making out of the loan. And on the bank charges side, I mean, you've seen a lot of publicity about that in the last few weeks. Every single account that they can extract bank charges out of and maybe increase the charges, which they have been doing, they're doing so. So it's painful. And it's basically the banks, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, because, you know, people don't have mobility when it comes to moving their facilities elsewhere, especially if you have a loan. So they know that individuals like this particular person and many more can't vote with their feet and don't have an opportunity to go somewhere else. So they're increasing the rate, and you have to grin and bear it.
Another caller said, Keith, I have a mortgage on an investment property and the repayments are up to date. Recently I inherited a sum of money which I put in a deposit with the same bank. They're now putting pressure on me to reduce the amount owed on my loan despite the fact that I've met all repayments. What's your opinion, Dave?
Well, that's an interesting one, because banks, as you know, are looking to reduce their loan book as much as possible, and any opportunity they see where an individual has cash, they're looking to try and get them to reduce their indebtedness. Now, in this particular case, because it's an investment property, this individual might have other borrowings with the same bank, so the bank is well aware of their financial profile. But at the same time, once you've adhered to the terms and conditions of the original loan agreement, you're not in arrears, and it doesn't appear that in this case that this individual is. You've met your repayments. There's nothing they can do in terms of putting pressure on you to have to utilise some of the money that you inherited to put against this loan. And I would just say to that individual, don't allow yourself to be coerced into an arrangement that doesn't suit you. You are in control, and you know, don't allow yourself to be intimidated, which is a situation that is occurring at times with banks when they see an opportunity to reduce somebody's indebtedness.
All right, Dave, thanks today for joining us. Dave McCarthy of McCarthy & Associates, 5666022. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'll get